FPV, the art of flying high-speed acrobatic drones to capture cinematic video with nothing but a pair of goggles and a controller. FPV drones have completely exploded in the last few years, and for good reason. The thrill of flying these high-speed drones in beautiful places is a feeling like no other. This video will show how you can start cinematic FPV in 2026. I've been flying FPV drones for the last 6 years, capturing amazing scenes. Anything from flying through a beautiful villa in a jungle to chasing a buggy across the sand dunes. This skill of cinematic FPV has taken me everywhere, and I couldn't be more excited about the opportunities ahead. But in this video, I'll share with you the 3 steps I would take to start cinematic FPV in 2026. Let's start with the most important step, choosing an FPV drone. Since I've started my journey back in 2020, I've gone through a ton of FPV drones, so I know exactly what to look for in 2026, especially if you're a beginner. 6 years ago, when I started this hobby, the only way you could get your hands on an FPV drone was to build one yourself, and while the experience was challenging and fun, I wouldn't wish that on anyone brand new to the game right now. Since I started, there has been so much progress and innovation, so building your own drone is no longer a hurdle. If you're just getting into the hobby in 2026, there's good news for you. You don't need to spend months building your own drone from scratch or spend tens of thousands of dollars on an expensive setup. You can spend just $500 for an insane setup that will show you the basics of FPV and get you started. Before I tell you which drone I think you should get, let's first go over what FPV drones you should avoid in 2026. The answer is pretty simple, but if you're new to this, then you should know. I got into the world of digital FPV as soon as DJI released their very first drone, the DJI FPV. Yeah, very original title, I know. That drone took me from flying analog drones that I built myself that showed me a blurry video feed in my goggles, to then moving into a digital DJI setup where the image is HD and crystal clear. It was an absolute game changer. And since then, I've completely ditched analog drones and stuck to digital FPV, and you should too. But not just any digital FPV. Soon after the DJI FPV drones came the DJI Avata, which was also an FPV drone, but more of what you call a CineWhoop that has propeller guards and was a little more nerfed. That drone was amazing, and I spent many years flying it in so many beautiful places all over the world. That drone ran something called the DJI O3 digital system. That was the standard for a number of years, and every FPV pilot was flying on it. So, in 2026, if you're just starting out, I would avoid the DJI O3 system at all costs. This is your DJI FPV, DJI Avata, and any other DJI O3 air unit. The reason you want to avoid the DJI O3 system is because it's outdated, no longer supported, and no longer in production. You might be thinking to yourself, but didn't you just rant about how great the digital DJI system is? Yes, and that's because there's a newer version out called the DJI O4 system. It's the most advanced and up-to-date digital FPV system right now. Higher quality image, more stable connection, lower latency, bigger sensor, the list goes on. And that just means the best FPV experience you're currently going to get is going to be on the digital DJI O4 system. And right now, the only drone out at this current moment with the DJI O4 system is the DJI Avata 2. The DJI Avata 2 with the DJI Goggles 3 and Controller 3 is my recommendation on anyone looking to get into cinematic FPV in 2026 as a beginner. Unless the Avata 3 is out, then you should probably go get that. But if you don't care about getting good video quality or the highest quality experience with FPV, then by all means, just get an analog kit for $150 and have fun flying that. But if you want the perfect beginner experience to cinematic FPV, the DJI Avata 2, in my opinion, is the best option hands down. I'll leave everything down below for you to check out. If you want more FPV gear recommendations, accessories, direct links to things, you should check out FPV Core. This is a completely free FPV FPV guide that I've poured hundreds of hours building out over the past year. And inside, you'll find everything I talk about in this video and so much more. Everything from how to get licensed as an FPV pilot, how to make an FPV demo reel, how to get cinematic footage, how to get paid work, LUTs and filters for your footage, sound effects pack, guides, and so many other resources, and I'm constantly adding into it. I highly recommend you check it out. There's no email or sign up needed at all to get access, and all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, and it's completely free to check out. Now let's move into step 2, flying in the simulator. I know what you're thinking. Simulator? I just want to fly my drone. Trust me, that's how you're gonna crash in the first 10 seconds and then wish you had started in the simulator. Like seriously, do I need to remind you? Starting in the simulator sounds boring until you try it. It's literally a video game that will teach you the basics of FPV so that when you do go out and fly, you won't embarrass the girl you're trying to impress. It's a good idea to log about 10 hours of simulator time before you go out and fly for real. These 10 hours will fly by because it'll be so much fun. When I took the simulator seriously, I would just vibe out to some music and just practice. It seriously becomes a sort of meditation that just unlocks this flow of FPV for you. And my simulator of choice and what I started off using was Liftoff, because I'm able to use my DJI FPV remote controller and actually fly with it in the simulator. And it makes transitioning into flying in real life so much more streamlined and simple. Honestly, there's a ton of simulators out there, so just go and try whichever one you feel like. Inside the simulator, you'll learn how to go up, down, side to side, and everything in between. The simulators are great because they show you how easy it is to crash, and it will save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in new drones from the amount of times that you crash. But when you do start to get the hang of it, the rush is amazing. You tap into an intuitive flow that makes you and the FPV drone one, as if you're in the cockpit of this spaceship that just allows you to go nuts. The FPV simulator is like a rite of passage. Once you start to get the hang of things, you're still not in the clear because you need to move on to step number 3, flying for real. This is where the real fun begins. The world is your oyster, except airports, highways, military bases, and densely populated areas. Don't fly there. It's best to do your first flights in an open environment, somewhere where you won't hit anything easily. This is where you practice everything you learned in the simulator and really get the hang of things. The real world is different than in the simulator. You have changing weather patterns, atmospheric pressure, rain, wind, and everything in between. You'll need to get the general feel for things before going out and really flying. Since I've started back in 2020, I've flown through so many environments. From working with luxury hotels all over the world and capturing their beautiful properties, to exploring unknown biomes that go all the way from lost beaches in the Pacific to arid desert hellscapes in the middle of nowhere to lush rainy jungles in some of the most dense landscapes I've ever seen. Every environment is different, and the perspective that Cinematic FPV offers is like no other. Every place I visit, every location I end up in is a new world waiting to be explored. Cinematic FPV unlocks the freedom to fly through any location and capture beautiful video with never before seen angles. Now, I'm leaving out one thing: how to capture the cinematic aspect of FPV. Assuming you got a DJI Avata 2 or a drone that runs the DJI O4 system, you've opened up the possibility to capture stabilized cinematic footage straight from your drone. The easiest way to start capturing cinematic FPV is to record with the inbuilt settings on your FPV drone. These are the best settings on the DJI Avata 2 and the DJI O4 system that you can copy straight over to your drone. You'll also be able to find all this in FPV Core. When you have those cinematic settings dialed in on your DJI Avata 2, you'll notice that the image is gonna look blown out, meaning it's overexposed, it's completely bright, it's all white in most cases. The settings are correct if you followed the cinematic settings. The next thing that you'll need in order to properly expose it is ND filters. This is the biggest tip for actually getting to that level of cinematic footage where it just looks super beautiful. ND filters, they'll help expose the image properly so that you can actually see what you're looking at while staying with the cinematic settings. And then they'll also allow you you to capture motion blur, which is super crucial for that buttery, smooth look that just sets apart professional FPV videos. You want to definitely pick up some high quality ND filters. These are from Freewell. They release some of the best ND filters for all the DJI drones. And the reason you want to stick to high quality ND filters is because if you go cheap, then some of them will have a different color tint on the ND filter. So when you go into color grading, you're looking at your videos after, you'll notice like different weird shades of magenta or green. And so with high quality filters, keep the original look of what your camera sees, making it really easy to color grade. Definitely want to stick with ND filters for getting pro cinematic footage from your FPV drone. This unlocks the power for you to capture insanely cinematic footage with the help of some simple color grading, or by using my Core LUTs for the Avata 2, you can unlock total freedom in capturing cinematic FPV the way you want. Stabilizing your footage afterwards gives you an even smoother video and full flexibility to stabilize how you want. And it's all thanks to a completely free program, GyroFlow. All you do is pop your footage into GyroFlow and it takes care of the rest. You then export a fully stabilized video. I've created some drag and drop filters for the Avata 2 that allow you to choose from a number of different filters that take your footage to the next level. Fully customizable and cinematic, these LUTs give you the pro touch your FPV videos are looking for. I left a link down below, so go check it out. There are so many options for capturing cinematic FPV, and you can go even further by mounting an action camera like a GoPro on the top of your drone. This unlocks an even higher level of cinematic quality. I've gone as far as mounting my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is not typically something that should be mounted on an FPV drone. The great thing about cinematic FPV is that there are no rules. You can try and keep moving the needle forward. All you need to start your cinematic FPV journey is a drone, pair of goggles, and a controller, and just some patience with the practice. For me, this hobby has unlocked everything that I've ever wanted. I get to literally fly and capture cinematic video of beautiful locations. This is a hobby I dreamed about as a kid, and now it's finally possible. I left some things down below like FPV Core, and also a guide on how I've managed to work with brands all over and travel for free using my FPV drone. Let's connect on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.